I am palpating with my two fingers for the brachial pulse. It can be on either side of the large biceps tendon, medially or laterally. Just feel for it if you feel the throbbing of the artery. And then you know you're in the right spot to place your blood pressure cuff. We're getting her blood pressure because she had a history of mild pre-hypertension due to her diet. I mean, it's unusual for her age, but she does. And we're just making sure that she can do the TENS, transcutaneous electron nerve stimulation machine. Otherwise, she can't if it's within the 120 to 140 over 90 to 110 blood pressure range. We want it under 120, 90, 120, 80.
This under it. Okay. It's just right above the cubital artery. I'm going to make it a little tighter. Tiny bit tighter. But not too tight. Okay. That's fine. And then let's tighten this.
When we wrap the blood pressure cuff, we want to make sure it's not too tight because we're going to tighten it even more. We're wrapping it where the arrow points to it on the blood pressure cuff, or the left or the right arm. Then you make the, you tighten up the air gauge so that you can pump it, and you're going to pump it about 30 millimeters mercury above comfort, just so you can miss any Krakow sounds or you don't miss any Krakow sounds or murmurs or sounds that water makes going through a drain that could be related to heart conditions with the valve. And then what we're doing is we're slowly lowering it. After we tighten it, we're going to untighten it slowly so that it slowly goes down on the gauge. You're not going to hear any sounds until you hear the first sound. That's systolic blood pressure. And then you're going to keep lowering it until you hear no sound, and then that's the diastolic blood pressure. Systolic is the release of the blood, and then the diastolic is when it's already filled in the ventricles of the heart. We had already checked her left arm earlier, and I did notice a little bit of a murmur above in the Krakow window interval above systolic range. And I was checking it bilaterally on the right arm, and they were similar. They were within the same range, around 120 over 80. So she's safe to go. She's not medicated. I was explaining subclavian steel to her right now because that is whenever there's a lot of soft tissue compression on the artery, that it's not getting enough artery to the brachial artery to the arm, so it'll steal it from the vertebral artery on that side, which supplies the posterior midbrain. And she does get headaches.
Deflating. Oh, good. I would hate to break it. Yeah. So we just want to make sure you're healthy. So you're within the range. If you're up to 140, that would be like hypertension. Mm-hmm. So 120 over 190 is healthy. 190 over 60 is hypotension. Yeah. And then 140 over 90 or 120 even is hypertension, mm-hmm. Stage 1. And then stage 2, 160 over 1 or 100, right? Yeah. So it's 100. So it would be 110. So 160 over 110. And then malignant, where you really need to be on something, some heart medicine and stuff, and under doctor's care, is 180 or higher. Systolic over like 120. Oh, God. Diastolic, yeah. All right, cool. Thanks, Bailey. So we're going to go ahead and do the TENS on you, all right? Okay. Cool. We're going to go ahead and use the TENS machine. You get lower back pain, right? Yeah. All right, so this is how a TENS machine works. You can't have hypertension or be treated for cancer or have endocrine disease or have a pacemaker or some kind of electric stimulating device on your body that you need to maintain some system, mostly like pacemakers and heart makers. You can't have it around the carotid arteries of the neck. You can't have it around the chest either. But what it does is it's going to block pain.
Avoid the scalp,
I read through this already. It has different modes. It was $27 on Amazon. First time use, you're only supposed to use the pads on one person at a time because you risk skin infection because everyone has a different skin microbiome. And then over the bag, here's the electrodes. I'm going to use that. It says you get more life out of it too if you can see that it's never been used before. Right? Okay. So I'm just going to put this over here. And I'm going to, once I get it on, because it is charged, we're going to set the electrodes across your lower back. Where do you feel it? Can you put the your pain, like put your hand directly on where it hurts?
Probably like here.
Right there? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. You can leave your arms like that. That's fine. Alright, so I'm just going to uncover a little bit more. I'm just going to undo this a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Okay. This is your robe, so it's easier to get on it. Yeah. I'm not going to put water on this one, but I am going to leave this on your back. Using the, okay. So there's an A and a B. What we do is we take the Velcro off of it. Sorry.
Yeah.
We're going to put one on the A. We're going to put the note, the pads on it. And then we're also going to put some on there. We'll put the gel pad on first. Great.
Yeah, that is.
Right? It's like, oh my gosh. Okay, cool. So I don't have it off yet, but this is a 4-way one. This is not an instruction. So it has it on this. When you swirl and cable, always ensure that a white wire is paired with the blue wire for pop-off pressure. Okay. So we're just going to use the A one. And then we can put these across the opposite side. And we're going to adjust it to your tolerance, okay?
Okay.
So you'll have to communicate with us on how it feels, okay? And you don't have any skin sensitivities, right?
No.
Because they're not connected to your skin yet. I haven't taken it to you. I'm gonna put these out. Alright, we're gonna put this on your lower back. So what we want to do is we want to have it around the area, not on the spine, but just around the area. So below it and above it, beside it. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay. You're gonna fill a little gel cap on. How's that? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna just stimulate the whole dermatome.
I think I know what this is.
Oh yeah, you've had this before, right?
Like when I went to the chiropractor a really long time ago.
Oh yeah, they have a time machine. There's just a little bit. They might have more controls, you know?
Yeah.
You're supposed to have your own gel pad. You like get one with the ball.
Yeah.
It's usually in a folder. Okay. So it's right in the lower back right here. Does it feel okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and turn it on. You have to keep these nearby to cover it, and these will be your own little gel pads. And we're gonna go ahead and turn it on, and then we're gonna select the mode. Do you feel it?
Not yet.
Okay. I'll take it out. So. Alright. Do you feel it? So this is, we're gonna have to go to the thorax one. It's right here. And I'm gonna have it.
I feel it a little bit, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I feel it.
And the time is gonna be 20 minutes, so we'll just put it on for 20. Does it hurt?
No, but it feels like good.
Alright, cool. And we want to start low because this is the first time you use it in a while, right?
Yeah.
Does it hurt?
Oh, that hurts a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it down. And then it's on 2 out of about 10 of them. 2 out of 10. How's that? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's good.
You don't want to overdo it. It's just for chronic pain. She has chronic pain fiber. So what it does is it literally just blocks the C fibers that are for chronic pain by going faster than them. So now it's using the subcutaneous proprioceptive and noxious stimuli fibers to reach the brain faster. So it's going on the 80 to 130 range. Could go up to 140. You don't really feel anything past 130 anyway. If you have it less than 80 though, intense megahertz, then that is going, hertz. 80 hertz. Sorry, I've been saying megahertz, but it's actually hertz. So, yeah, so this is going to be good for chronic pain conditions that you have because of the low back. Since you're female and young, it could be related to menstrual.
Yeah.
Ovarian, uterine, female reproductive. It could also just be because of your posture, and you also have a history of gymnastics. And you have this hyperextension plus heavy loading because you're a base, right?
Yeah.
So that's, we're going to leave that on for another 19 minutes, and then while that is working, I'm just going to stand here. And look, this is something that you can do unsupervised or supervised. I mean, it's blocking the pain pattern right here. Do you feel pressure?
Like, yeah.
Okay.
But not in a bad way.
Okay. And then, so it's blocking the pain pattern above it. Anything above the nerve root, it's going to inhibit. The chronic pain fibers, the C fibers are getting dull. They're actually just getting overtalked. So the conversation for the type A alpha through delta are blocking the conversation that the type C is having with your brain. So they've just basically excluded the type C fiber. Sorry, I was using metaphor. It's a good analogy. And then, so basically what it is it's not really so much that it's for acute, chronic, or subacute. What it is just for chronic pain. So it relieves it so that your brain can heal. If pain is related to inflammation, and it's a cyclatory fashion where it gets trapped in a cycle. Pain brings inflammation, inflammation brings pain, and so on and so on. It just keeps on that cycle. So
I got that second monitor working.
That was the conversation whore, the deep nagging
It helps
voice.
prevent
Well, the TENS will overpower that deep nagging voice on faster, younger, more efficient nerve fibers.
It's going to take out the pain, and then it's going to take out the inflammation. So you keep doing this regularly. You can do this at first, it says 1 time a day up to 30 minutes. Then you can work up to 3 times a day up to 30 minutes each. Yeah, but you want to just make sure you're used to it and you're comfortable with it, because it's not supposed to do muscle contraction. If you feel your muscles contracting, then it might be too high. Okay?
Yeah.
Which whenever you adjust this for the mode and the intensity isn't related to hertz. It's just related to what you feel. So higher hertz on here is causing muscle contraction, but muscle contraction is the faster type A fibers for the GTO, which contracts the muscle. It relaxes it. The spindle's contracted also whenever it's overstretched. So it's not really doing that. So it doesn't really mean that it's not working on the pain. It's just the way that it was designed. That's how this TENS transcutaneous across the skin, across the region, electronic nerve stimulation is working. So it's basically, it's a neurological pain inhibitor. So what happens is you have faster mechanoreceptors, or A alpha, they're for the spindles and the GTOs. Those are really fast. Those are going to block any pain. So if you do have muscle contraction, it would block any pain. But if the muscle contraction is pulling on injuries from strains or ligamentous sprains, then it's going to cause pain. So you don't really want to have muscle contraction unless your pain is chronic and it's not related to ligamentous sprain or muscular strain. So you might not even feel it. It's subtle, but you definitely don't want to be in pain with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this helps just like an opioid. Literally, it says E-stim is going to compete with opioid pain receptor, so it blocks pain that opioids block.
Interesting.
Yeah. But it might not work with pressure. Like, here, we're gonna do a light touch. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
And that?
Yeah.
And then that?
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
No.
That?
No.
Oh, okay. So we're in the region here. When I was outside the region here,
Mhm.
you could feel it. But when I'm inside this region right here,
Yeah.
it's blocking those noxious stimuli. Because you can see that the pain, I mean, the nerve fibers are doling out a sensory right there.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't want to leave it on for more than 30 minutes. So light touch is a proprioceptive thing. And you're feeling that?
Not feeling that
Okay.
if you're touching me.
Okay, now I'm going to put pressure. Tell me when you feel it.
I feel it now.
Okay. Tell me when you feel it, okay?
Now.
Do you?
Now, yeah.
Okay. This is why I hate massaging people that are on opioids, because they always want really deep pressure and they can't feel it. And it's because they're getting their, I love massaging, don't get me wrong, but like
Yeah.
people on opioids, they always want really deep pressure. And I know my deep tissue and it's good, but
Yeah.
it does not, they can't feel the deep pressure. Like they literally have to have somebody stepping on them and stomping them. And I don't do that, but that's how they have to do it, because you can see that it is blocking the opioid pain receptors.
Yeah.
But I can tell you right now, you're not feeling light touch with this proprioception, and those are on the alpha delta. Oh, yeah, the type A delta,
Mhm.
and then also the B fibers, I believe, and then yeah. So yeah, that's what proprioception is going through. So whenever you have any kind of stimuli, it goes through the dorsal column of the brainstem, and that is for balance, percussion, 2-point discrimination, light touch, right? And then whenever you have regular touch of pain, and pressure also goes through the dorsal column as well. Right?
Mhm.
And so the lateral spinal thalamic tract, it has the more heat tolerance for the chronic pain fibers is heat and pain. So if there's pain there and heat, then you're going to feel it on the chronic, slower C fibers, which these are blocking. And then if you have acute recent injury pain that's healthy pain because it's not completely healed yet, that's the A delta, which are faster than the C but slower than the mechanoreceptive fibers and noxious stimuli fibers. Noxious stimuli fibers are itch, tickle, light touch, deep pressure, all that stuff, dorsal columns. So you're going to get that. So it's inhibited at the lemniscus 2 of the dorsal part of the green matter of the spinal cord. And then it's inhibited by a substance very much like serotonin. They call it 5-HTP, 5-HTP. And then it's going to inhibit that cycle of pain, inflammation, pain, inflammation, pain, inflammation that keeps getting persistent and chronic pain. So you have 12 minutes left. How's it feeling so far?
It feels good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're going to have it on you for 20 minutes. That is so interesting. I'm going to run my tools on you in this region and see if you feel it, okay?
Okay.
Tell me when you feel it. Do you feel it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Tell me when you feel it.
I feel it a little bit now.
Do you feel it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. So this is the region right here.
Mm-hmm.
Between here and here,
Mhm.
that's where it's working. And the pads are right there and there. So they cover
Yeah.
on the region. But outside of it, you're basically dull to the dorsal columns. Whatever's entering the dorsal columns or the gray dorsal horns, you're not feeling.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to see if you feel this, okay? Tell me when you feel it, okay?
Okay. Feel it a little bit.
Okay. How do you feel it?
Feel it a little bit now.
Okay. So that was for vibration. So that's around the spine. So it's not crossing the spine.
Yeah.
Barrier. It's most likely because of the limited vasculature that goes between our place and the spinal canal. And so these electric currents, they go right into the spinal cord on that side. And this is directly in between. And then, and you can't feel like touch. So that would simulate if a mosquito was to land on your back, you know? Those are the light touch, and that's what gets the lymphatics going. So whenever you have a lymphatic massage, it's light because it stimulates those receptors that are specific to mosquitoes rather than like getting hit by like a football in the back, you know?
Yeah.
It could like deep pressure, rod or duller pain from like more serious deeper tissue there. Not that I would do that to you. I'm just saying that's how your body works.
Yeah.
So it's been 9 minutes. Well, it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Good. That's awesome. Yeah. So I mean, typically you can do this for 20 or 30 minutes. And the whole time, but let's show them. Yeah. So tell me when you can feel it.
You feel a little bit now.
Oh, okay. You're getting a little desensitized. You can feel it now?
Yeah.
Now?
No.
You can?
No.
Oh, you can't. This is the area of pain that we're treating. And this is your pain area, right?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So it's working. It's blocking off what was being sent to the brain and in that inflammation pain cycle. So we're at 8 minutes now. Okay. So 7 more minutes. And then we want your honest feedback on how it feels, okay? I'm going to stop the phone. It's been 20 minutes now. How are you feeling?
Good.
All right, cool. So we're going to take them off. Don't worry. I don't remember what I did with them. Maybe I took them and put them over there. Oh, all right, that's fine. So let's see how you feel, okay? Does it hurt?
No.
All right, cool. And the machine is off. It turns off automatically. And then I'm going to go ahead and let you tell us how you feel. Do you feel anything?
Yeah, I feel it now. It feels good though.
All right, cool. So you didn't, so like there might have been like a dual aching pain before, but now it's all gone.
Yeah, it feels like fine now.
Awesome. Wonderful. I'm going to cover you up. And it didn't leave any marks.
She said that she had a 6 out of 10 pain earlier, and that the TENS made it go down to a 1 out of 10. This sort of TENS treatment can last a few hours up to half a day for help with pain.